There are games that bring people joy. And then, there are games whispered about in the darkest corners of the internet. Games with strict rules, eerie rituals, and chilling consequences if you dare to break them. These are not for the faint of heart. They are not entertainment. These are ritual games, said to connect you to spirits, alternate realms, or things that should never be named. And the scariest part? You're meant to play them alone. In this episode, we're uncovering the most terrifying ritual games you should never, ever try by yourself. Because once you start, there's no guarantee you'll be the one to end them. Let's start with one of the most infamous, the Midnight Game. The rules are simple, disturbingly simple. You write your full name on a piece of paper, place a drop of your blood on it, and light a candle. At exactly midnight, you place the paper at your door, knock 22 times, and then let the door open. Congratulations, you've just invited the Midnight Man inside. Your goal from that point? Stay alive until 3:33 a.m. without being caught. If your candle goes out, it means he's near. Light it back within 10 seconds or you'll start seeing the horrors he brings with him. Hallucinations, shadows, cold spots, and in rare cases, physical contact. There's no winning the Midnight Game. There's only surviving it. Next is a game that claims to transport you to another world. The Elevator Game. All you need is a building with at least 10 floors and the courage to ride alone. You enter the elevator and press a very specific sequence of buttons. If done right, a woman may step in on the 5th floor. But whatever you do, don't speak to her, and don't look at her. They say she isn't human. If you reach the 10th floor instead of returning to the ground, you'll step out into what feels like a parallel version of our world. The air feels different. The lights flicker unnaturally. Some say phones don't work, and mirrors reflect things that aren't really there. But what's worse is that those who've returned often feel like they never truly left that place behind. Then there's the Three Kings Ritual, a game that feels more like a seance. To perform it, you need 2 mirrors, 3 chairs, a candle, and an item from your childhood. At 3:33 a.m., you sit on the throne, facing darkness, flanked by your 2 advisors. The reflections in the mirrors become more than just you. They become voices. One tells the truth, the other lies. You're supposed to ask questions, but sometimes they speak without you prompting them. Some players claim they've seen versions of themselves with cold, dead eyes. Others report hearing voices that sound like family, but say things no one ever should. One mistake, like turning on the lights or leaving the chair, can break the ritual. But when it breaks, something else might break through too. Now the game that has the most disturbing twist of them all. One-man hide and seek, also known as Hitori Kakurenbo. You'll need a stuffed doll, rice, a needle, red thread, and a drop of your blood. After sewing the doll shut and placing it in water, you say, "You're it." Then you hide. But it's no longer a doll. The spirit you've summoned now inhabits it, and it's looking for you. People report hearing footsteps where no one walks, TVs turning on with static, and even receiving phone calls from unknown numbers, where no one speaks but someone is clearly there. To end the ritual, you must find the doll, soak it in salt water, and burn it. But if you wait too long, the game doesn't end, and the doll doesn't stay a doll. Finally, we arrive at Daruma-san, also known as the bath game. At 3 a.m., you must sit in a full bathtub, close your eyes, and wash your hair while chanting, "Daruma-san fell down." You'll begin to feel a presence. You'll hear splashing that isn't yours. When you finish and open your eyes, she's with you now. A ghostly woman with one eye soaking wet begins following you the next day. You'll see her from the corner of your eye, hear her breathing behind you, or feel a wetness in places you shouldn't. She'll follow you until she catches you. Unless, of course, you remember to say "Kita" just before she reaches out. That's your only escape. These aren't ordinary games. They are invitations. Invitations to something else. Things lurking just beyond the veil of reality. Spirits, entities, shadows of yourself. And once you open the door to them, it's not always easy to close it. Many believe these rituals are just myths, made up to scare people online. But those who've dared to try them often come back changed, or don't come back at all. So, if you ever stumble upon the instructions for one of these games, remember, it's not just about following the rules. It's about knowing when to stop. Some games are meant to be played. These are meant to be feared. You've been warned. And if you still choose to play, just don't play alone.